stream, chat, whatever. Right, I'm already losing the stream. Can I go over this one? I'm trying to get the laptop up as well so I can see what I'm doing. Scottish Car Enthusiast TV. Hello, good evening, everybody. Kev Cracknell, happy Crimbo. Well, Bob evening. Steve Machines, happy Christmas. It's all the what do you call them? Members, channel members. Hello, channel members. Edward, hi Matt. Hello. Excuse me. Retro Car Syndicate. Oh, not a member. Edward, yeah. Evening and happy Christmas to everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to keep on top of the comments already. Oh, we're in an advert, aren't we? Right, so yeah, I've got two screens and at different times now. This is very confusing. I'll just say quickly, if you are a channel member, apparently you can gift other people channel memberships as well, so they can join in and see if they like being a channel member as well. I've never seen it on this channel, but I've watched Hubnuts live streams, and people seem to do that quite a lot, and that seems like a very friendly, nice thing to do. And if you're a channel member, obviously you guys know that you get the extra sort of weekly updates and you get a discount in the Furious Driving store as well. So good stuff. Hopefully, can you all hear me okay? So I've got the headphones in, and that seemed to work last time. And in case it doesn't work, I've got another set of headphones here, which are actually going to be a promotional item in a video tomorrow or day after, which have turned out to be very good indeed, actually. I'm not just saying that for the advertisers. Open Rock headphones, really good, surprisingly. Not surprisingly at all. How's the crowd, Vic? Well, it runs and drives. It turned around today. Can hear me good? Oh, thank goodness. Thank you for keep the good work. Thank you. I still have the overalls. So oh crikey, yeah. Well, maybe you can come and find us in March. I'll get it out of the way. I'll say it's early on in the live stream because more people would like to see this. Save the date for March the 9th, Saturday in March in the Midlands. Myself, Ian Hubnut, Steph, iDriver Classic. We've got plans for a very exciting thing to happen. I don't even know how to describe it at this point in time, but that's all I can and will say. But yeah, save March the 9th as a diary date. Hello Neil, hello Classic Mini, hello Charlie. Daniel, good, glad you can hear me. Living with a Classic, oh hello, you're right. All the way from Sweden there. Keep up the good. Where are we going? Retro Matt, hello. You're right. Julian, hello from Hamburg. Oh, to Hamburg even. Loud and clear. Yeah, me too. Daniel says, looking forward to seeing the Crown Vic on the road again. Me too, very much indeed. I can't wait to get that car back. Just driving up and down the drive today, it was like, this car is so fun. I really want to be back on that. Haha, lost 10 mil. That's a great name. Happy Christmas to you. Got the Rover finished, Neil? Not quite, Neil, but there was progress, as you might have seen in the last video, Neil. The sloppy crank pulley, that is now solved. I think I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, working through all the little niggly bits, and just so, yeah, there's no reason it shouldn't be running. I've just too many other things doing it at the same time. Am I Kent-based? I am. Edward, will it be on YouTube? The thing on March? Yes, it will, yes. PG, yes, you're very welcome for, yeah. Four of my, Mended Man, 4 of my current fleet need welding. Super Impreza, it's really bad. Yeah, Super Imprezas go surprisingly badly, considering they're basically rally cars. Yeah, I was trying to get some work done on the W123 today. In the end, just faffed around with the Crown Vic and started trying to tidy the garage and move the W123, and typically nothing went to plan. So yeah, Neil, I will show you the solution next time I see you. It's actually surprisingly easy. It wasn't what we thought it was, because private conversation with Neil, who's in the comments just there right now. That sloppy crank pulley, we thought there was a washer missing. Turned out it needed an additional washer because the 4.6 litre crankshaft is actually slightly longer than the timing cover of the 3.5 litre. So we needed to put washers inside the bell housing on the outside of the crankshaft, and then tighten up the big bolt against that, and that's what solved it. So it was a bit of a weird head scratcher to figure that one out. Right, let's go back into some of the comments. Looking forward to seeing the mighty V8 Rover on the road. Yeah, me too. Anything V8 is good. All well, yeah. Cars with JC. Yes, we're all very well here. Thank you. Ian and I should do a road trip together as a crossover channel video. we've talked about this kind of thing before, yeah, and it's something we're both sort of semi-interested in. It's just the logistics of it all. We've both got so much going on without adding more work. Whereabouts in the Midlands in March? I can say no more at the moment. Windy St Helens in Liverpool. Yeah, it's windy down here as well. I've actually bought the coverings for the carport outside, but I've got a couple of panels on, but it's just too dangerous to go outside and start flapping around, be taken off like a hang glider. Will there be more of the trading up mini-series? Well, yeah, basically as soon as the Rover 75 goes, then yeah, we can start playing around with that one again. Do I ever watch Once Driven Forever Smitten? Yeah, the Vauxhall guy. Yeah, I used to actually work with him when he edited Total Vauxhall. Total Vauxhall, not Turtle Vauxhall. That's a very different magazine. Bucharest Guided Tours. I can't read that. I guess it means Happy Christmas. Where was I? What's the new car name? The MX-5. Do you know, I haven't come up with a name for the MX-5 yet. Oh, the Unos. I want Eunice, maybe, because it sounds a bit like Eunice. I don't really know. What colour do I intend to paint the minis as well, Bob? When it's painted, I intend to put the main body of it back to its original sandy beige, which is possibly the drabbest colour any car's ever been. But I'm going to give it a contrast black roof and different wheels, maybe some spotlights and things on it, but keep it broadly original as far as the overall colour goes. But yeah, and the red interior looks quite nice with that as well. So because it's such an original car and I'm keeping that, I'm going to go along with doing that. I'm going to use the computer here and try and ignore the camera over there because it's distracting watching the time lag between the two. But oh, Cars with JC, welcome Furious Driver, new Furious member. So welcome aboard, and also thank you, Nigel Rudd, just your 5 Furious memberships. That's incredibly kind. So more members of the Furious fold. I should do an island road trip with the MX-5. Yeah, that would be really good. I've driven a bit in Northern Ireland, but never driven in. Have I? No, I've been on buses in Southern Ireland, and yeah, I'd love to drive around there. The roads are beautiful. So yeah, the MX-5 would be brilliant for that. The problem is there are 3 of us in the family, so one of us would have to go on the boot rack. Happy Christmas, Alistair, to you too. Sorry. It's easier to read the laptop than it is to, maybe if I hold the laptop just here, then I can sort of see you looking at the camera and not ignore you. Dinosaur Dad, happy Christmas from Australia. Crikey, what time of day is it in Australia right now? Richard Bartholomew, like to see you do motorbike engine swap. Yeah, that would be quite fun. I'd find something suitable for that at some point. Is the Mazda a keeper? Says Retro Car Syndicate. Yeah, do you know what? I think it probably will be for a while. The thing that would maybe move it on, maybe it'd be like a Boxster or something. But the Mazda is just so good, so right. It'd be hard to find an alternative that's really good. Oh, it's Davey, Scottish Car Enthusiast TV. I'm about 30 minutes from Once Driven Forever Smitten, and his brother is 10 minutes away. Are you stalking him? Does he know you know where he lives? Mend it, man. All mine seem to be keepers. Need to sell a few. Yeah, that's the thing. But what do you sell when they're all their own sort of special, different niceness? How do you know which one to get rid of? Alistair, yes, you are quite right. We do need to see the white P6 again. I've been thinking about that a lot actually this last couple of weeks. Need to get that out and sort out the earth to the engine and the cabling on the starter motor, get that sorted out. Oh, Gavin says, found the channel when I was off work sick for a couple of days when the Mondeo series was in full swing. Really enjoying the mini stuff. Oh, brilliant, thank you. Yeah, keeping it original, definitely, yeah. Yeah, crazy with Cars with JC, sorry. How's the 420 GSI getting on at the paint shop? I don't dare ask, because I'm either going to be disappointed that it's still around the back, not being started yet, or upset that I've got to give them a load of money. So it's Schrodinger's paint job. It's potentially painted. It might not be painted, but all the time that I don't know about it, it's in my mind it's being painted. So yeah. Scottish Cars Enthusiast. Maybe he does know he's being stalked. Maybe he doesn't. Depends how good you are hiding in the bushes. Lance Rose, the old Roots building. That was on hold for a long time because I filmed that walk around the old Roots garage, so the original Roots garage in Maidstone, literally the week before 2020 lockdown. And then nothing happened for a really long time because the whole kind of industry went into hibernation. Currently, though, it's coming on pretty quickly. It's currently completely clad in all that kind of Tyvek white plastic stuff, so you can't see what's going on. But last I saw, they'd gutted it pretty much, and so the internal build is happening. But a lot of the stuff inside it is protected, and it's on the blueprints of how it's going to be. So yeah, it'll be quite interesting what they do to it. What's the story with the 75? Because it's being retailed by Stone Cold Classics, they wanted it to be absolutely pristine, so he sent it off to a paint shop to go and get a load of, not a load of, a few sort of stone chips and marks in the paint just sort of touched in, so it's immaculate basically, and so waiting for that to sort out. Oh, Pentagram Motorsport, hello. Merry Christmas, Storm P has uncovered the Lancia Beta Coupe. Oh no. Yeah, I almost lost the cover off the Rover V8 outside as well, actually. Oh, it's 7 a.m. on Saturday morning in Australia. By the way, if anyone's curious about that earlier question. Yeah, other side of the world, obviously, different time zone. This beer is, by the way, called Winter Warmer Ale. It's very nice. Fruity and nutty, it said in the bottle, and it's not wrong. Richard Bartholomew, oh, Sheerness, I think we've had this conversation before. Is the photo, sorry, Edward Allen Newton, is the photo the white Rover P6? Hang on, which photo? Oh, the one behind me, that's an old Rover advertising photo from when they were new. That's a Series 1 car. 145 FLK was one of the press fleet. I think that was yeah, it says, sets the lead in fine cars for a generation to come. Rover 2000, one of the world's best engineered cars. That's been on various office walls for quite a long time. Merry Christmas, Anxie. I can't pronounce that. Arkeys, sorry, yeah. Happy New Year to you, Richard. Simpsons Classics, Mark. Hello, this is Mark Simpson's in the chat. He is happy Christmas to you. He's the very kind person, ex-Unos owner, who sent me the badge that was used in the video, sticking it on the car. He's also the chap who came down and helped me take the engine, gearbox, and subframe out of the Mini when we first started stripping it down. Have I decided yet how to media blast the Mini? Yes, it's finally probably coming together. Maybe the first week or second week of January. Got something in the pipeline for that. Greetings from Croatia. Hello, Croatia. Waiting on the kids. Davey, waiting on the kids to have a couple of glasses of wine. I'll give the kids a glass of wine as well. They might sleep better. They're probably very excited at the moment. Edward, yes, it is a really nice picture actually. Yeah, the Rover did some lovely adverts back in the day. Neil, yes, I was allowed to save a lot of the workshop manuals from the Roots building. Basically, I had the old Mercedes W204 estate, and I texted the guy who owns the place, the developer, and said, look, I've just found this massive cupboard of workshop manuals. Can I take some? And he went, fill your boots, it saves us getting rid of them. And I put as many as I could load into the car. There were some really nice ones I couldn't take just because they fell apart. There was an original factory Porsche 356 manual, and I went to pick it up, and the thing just crumbled in my hands, and I was just so gutted. But I've got workshop manuals of pretty much every Roots car from the 60s and 70s in the lockup at the moment. Cars I'll never own, cars that don't exist anymore as a car you can buy. I've got the workshop manual for it, but hey, someone's got to hold it. Hey, someone's spending the weekend fixing a 4x4 Freelander. Excellent, Mark 1. Yeah, good luck. Hope it goes well. Where did I just get to? Yeah, Mark, awesome news. The Mini, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's going to work out. I don't want to say anything and just have it all kind of come crashing down. So, yeah, in theory, everything's in place, and we're going to have a great solution to that very soon. Marco's in France drinking. Oh, sorry, I thought you were in France drinking wine with the kids. No, in France, the kids do drink wine. Yes, I remember that well from when I was a kid. Do you have any plans for the Sinclair C5? Yeah, I need to go and get another motor for it, I think, because the one I've got, I can't make it mount very well. and I'll try again with that whole, basically a big motor, big battery, make it go fast. That's the plan. But I think I need to go and make a new sort of chassis frame to hold everything in, because I was trying to just adapt the original Sinclair thing. Yeah. Stippolite, hello. No, you're welcome from Bolton. Celebratory convivialities to everyone indeed. When will we see the Tomcat, and how am I going to fit the turbo to it? Tomcat, I've got, well, planning to, well, after the school holidays, because basically my wife has a real job. I technically unemployed doing this. So during the summer holiday or school holidays, I have to do the sort of staying at home stuff. But through January, the weather's going to be pretty awful, so going to start looking at sorting out the what do you call it? Head gasket on the Tomcat. So sometime during January we'll get that sorted out. Turbo, I probably won't put it on there because it turned out to be just absolutely massive. Never sort of thought about how big it would be until I unboxed it, and it doesn't really fit unless you're going to do like an under boot mount or something crazy with lag-inducing pipes the entire length of the car. That's not really going to fly. Right, where are we? Yep, found wing for the MX-5. They found a breaker who does nothing but MX-5s up in Suffolk, and he had a British Racing green one, so that made life so much easier, because buying a complete wing in the right colour is cheaper than getting any other wing painted. And the cracks in the old wing, because they were so sharp, they had cracked the paint on the car. Ty Hughes, am I looking forward to the first drive in the completely rebuilt Mini when I finish it? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to do that, because I've never owned a classic Mini before. So that's like a real sort of landmark thing to happen. Planned for once it's completed, honestly depends what I think of the gearbox, because I've never driven one of those Minimatic gearboxes, which is like a strange kind of semi-manual thing. It might be awful. I know a lot of people absolutely hate them. So who knows? If it's brilliant, I'll hang on to it. If I decide it's not for me, then maybe sell it and do another one differently, motorbike engine one or something. So yeah. Happy Christmas, Robert Brink. Happy Christmas to Mrs. Furious and Furious Jr. Well, she's out at a Scouts meeting because she's a Scout leader, and he's downstairs building Lego. Early Christmas present. So yeah, happy Christmas from them to you as well. Oh gosh, Noah, it's one of those nightmare questions. What would I say is the best classic retro daily driver? Depends how far you go and what kind of usage you want from it, really, because there's no really right answer to that. But I mean, you can't go wrong with something like an MGB. Well, I know a lot of people hate MGBs because they're so ubiquitous and they're so everywhere. But they are just easy to work on and easy to fix and easy to live with. I always say like a Mark One Golf or a Rover 200, because they're same reasons. They drive nicely, or an Escort. Get an Escort. Can't go wrong with an Escort, or an Astra. Well, I'm told some people do like Protons quite a lot. What car would I like to buy back? Oh, tough one. There's a couple actually. I kind of wish I wasn't selling the Rover 75, because that's a car I'm gonna regret having parted with. I really wish I could get my Alpha 156 back that I had a couple of years ago, because that was fantastic, and I part exchanged it, and it's not on DVLA anymore, so I'm guessing it's been scrapped. Also, we had a Fiat Barchetta at one point as well. Love to see that car again, but again, gone from the DVLA when it was really young, so we assume it's either written off or been exported, but no way of finding it again. Richard, I don't often go to toy fairs. I've not been one for a couple of years actually. If I happen to be around one day and I see one. God, Nathan's busy this weekend, working on Mini, Land Rover, and a Massey Ferguson. Oh, good luck with the MOT. I do need, Edward. I do need a bigger unit. I am trying to sort something out at the minute. I can't get a bigger unit, but I'm hoping to get a second small unit to try and spread the load a bit. Would be nice to do the MX-5 around the NC500. That's another option, isn't it? The MX-5 is a great road trip car, but then Who knows? Steve, what's next to go after the Rover 75? Do you know what? I'm not really sure. It's a toughie. I mean, I suppose I was going to sell the Volvo after Gothenburg because that was going to be like its kind of big swan song. Do the Volvo, do the Gothenburg trip, and then move it on. But we both, me and my friend Barry, both decided we really liked the car after that, and so I thought I might bung the big turbo in it. 200 VI maybe, because it's, well, I've also got the Mini and I've got the Alpha 145, and those are all kind of hot hatches, and they all do very much the same thing. I don't know. They're all too nice. Maybe the Freelander, move the Freelander on and get an older Land Rover. That's something I'm considering. But I do really like the styling of the Mark 1 Freelander. That's just a really, really nice bit of design. But then like a Series 3 Land Rover or a 80s Defender type thing, a 90 or a 110 would be really good. Get an 83 tax free, which is really nice. I don't know. Why not swap the 75 for a Jaguar S-Type? Well, it's not so much that I want to swap it for something else. I just need the space. I don't particularly need another big saloon car. We've got the Volvo, the W123, the Crown Victoria, and I've got an ordinary everyday car anyway. But yeah, it's something else interesting. That'd be the thing. It's something interesting, and it depends what turns up as well. Jimmy Quinn, happy Christmas to you as well. There's a lot of sparkly Christmas celebrations going on. What happened to the Fiesta we rescued a couple of years back? That lived on for a couple of years actually, about 2 years ago, wasn't it? And it got through a couple more or two more MOTs, I think. I think it finally died a death about 6 months ago. I think it went to the big Fiesta scrap heap, heaven in the sky. Something catastrophic. I think it's rust actually. I think got it. Oh, so there's a second. If I had to sell one of my Edwards, I also did answer a second ago. If I had to sell any of the cars, what would it be and why? Probably one of the hot hatches. Oh, yeah, it's too difficult. Too difficult. Any joy with the roof? Stipulate. Yes, I've actually bought some stuff. I went from Onduline, which is like the corrugated bitumen stuff, which I do in some interesting colours, red and green and things. So it looks quite nice. I started putting a few bits on. Then I stabbed my thumb really nastily with a screwdriver and had to kind of quit after that. And then this week we've had Storm Pia, and so the wind has been so strong you just literally can't lift a panel up onto the roof. It's just too dangerous. I'll just mention again, as we said so at the beginning, if you can gift channel memberships now, which is like a fancy thing that people keep doing on the Hubnut live stream. So bring a few more channel members to the channel, which is always quite handy. They get the discount in the Furious Driving store, and also you get the extra weekly kind of what's going on behind the scenes videos before everything else. I would do early release stuff, but generally I don't film and edit things in time to do that. Do I watch Resurrect Auto on YouTube? No, I don't know. They've never heard of them before, actually. The thing with YouTube, there are so many channels out there. There can be really good stuff, and you never see it. Classic Mini Garage, be happy to help with a mini build. Oh, thank you. Yeah, drop me an email. Oh, Richard says, love to do videos hunting for parts around a scrapyard. Yeah, that'd be quite fun. There aren't many nice old scrapyards around anymore we can do that, but I used to love proper old school scrapyards. We can go in knowing what you wanted to find and dig around until you get what you need. How's the Mondeo doing? So jumping on quickly into this. It's doing fine. It's just passed its MOT last week. Had to have a couple of jobs done to it, a little bit of rust, brake line again, something else, I forget what. But yeah, but Tim, the owner, is trying to sell it at the moment. So have a hunt around online. I think it's on Car and Classic on the classifieds. He does want to move it on to get something different, but he's still using it as like a retro family car at the moment. So it's still doing well. Robert says, I think there are more workshop manuals than Roots cars left. I think you're not wrong, to be honest. I often think that because I've got quite a big stack of old Haynes manuals and things, and I'm sure there are more of many models of sort of 70s, 80s car of Haynes manuals around than there are the cars they service. The Darks. Oh, Merry Christmas and thank you for a fantastic and informative channel. Oh, you're very welcome. Ian, Leanne, Dick and the camper van. Happy Christmas to you guys too. Nigel, Noco or Top Don Jump Pack. They're both actually very good. I've got both, and do you know what? There's not a lot in it. Just finding the one that sort of suits your needs the best and get the best deal. Of course, you can get the best deal through that video link I did the other day. Promotion time. But no, they're both very good actually. Peter, drop me an email. From the diary. Yeah, drop me an email, Peter. Where are we at? What was the result of the flippings as done so that wound up with the Rover 75, really liked it, and then when the time came to keep or to get rid of it, having kept it far too long, emailed everyone and said I'd like to buy that car, and no one came back to me, so I stuck it off with a car dealer to do like a sale or return commission sale, and hopefully we're going to get that gone. Technically the MX-5 is part of the profit from that sale, but I haven't actually sold the car yet, so yeah, that's a little bit awkward. But yeah, as soon as the 75 is gone, then we're going to carry on with getting whatever comes next. So yeah, hopefully get a few more things bought and flipped. Happy Christmas, Dylan. Oh, and see you drives. Thank you very much indeed. Put the turbo on the Volvo. Yeah, thinking about that. Merry Christmas, shout. Happy Christmas to you. So turbo's going to the Volvo. That's the idea. I've spoken to a couple of people in the Volvo, one of the Volvo clubs, and they've had people who've been working on that idea as well. And so I need to have a chat with them and see if I can find the right manifolds to make it happen. But yeah, that shouldn't be too difficult because it's a very, very tough red block, so it can take the power, and also because it's manual or not, mechanical metering, it'll take the kind of fuel air mix it needs, whereas with the Rover you need to remap everything and put a different ECU on it. So in theory it's an easier upgrade. Theory's nice. How's Rover 420 coming on? Don't know. I said earlier in the thing, I don't know, ask, because either they've done nothing and I'll be upset, or they want money for it, so leaving it where it is. Hey Gentle, happy Christmas, hope you're well. MX-5 name could be Matt. That would be slightly strange, me calling myself and the car the same thing. Happy Christmas, SETI Alpha V5 in Missouri. Oh wow, reaching around the world tonight. Oh no, stop watching Corey. Jeez, I feel sorry for you. Next car project? Who knows? What wheels am I planning for the MX-5? Well, I don't like to do spoilers in case it doesn't happen, but I've got a couple of ideas. Probably not what people are expecting. Parknest, hello from to Yorkshire. Hello back to Yorkshire, I should say. What? And Edward sort of, you keep doing this, Edward. You keep sort of echoing comments like 2 comments later. Great minds and all that. Next car to join the fleet? Who knows? Well, I'd never promise anything because the chances are I could fall over at any moment. Retro Mats, many autos are great. The 1977 one I picked up earlier this year was great fun. It's out of puff at 60, but gets off the line well. And was perfect for driving around town. Goes into fourth about 25. Oh gosh, but you can manual over it. You can hold them in the different 4 gears. New project, new year. Well, yeah. Ty, happy Christmas and happy New Year to you as well. Solar panels, they are not doing a great deal at this time of year. I've been looking at the figures, and we're currently importing more power off the grid than we're exporting by quite a big margin. But in the summertime, it's the other way around. We bring in a lot more of the panels than we're using, and we import virtually none. So it's kind of ups and downs throughout the year. Love to see me get a sub 9000. I like sub 9000, so I prefer a 900 though. Ah, Davey, as an Escort owner, I can say I love my little retro. Easy to you're trying to daily it, yeah. Love to see a review on a Caterham 21, Justin. Yeah, that would be quite a fun thing to do, wouldn't it? And the thing is, you could do one from any era, and it's almost the same apart from the engine. Any joy with the roof? I think I've said that already. Oh yeah, because I'm doing this on the computer. The comments are bouncing up and down. Ah, crikey. Jason says, get a Coombs Special Jaguar Mark II. Yeah, I'll scrap one of those, I'm sure. I'll find one on eBay for about 50 quid probably if I look around. Jason Hughes. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you here. Happy Christmas, Cormaca. A guy from the SETI Alpha 5 emigrated from England, from Derby. Wow. I hope you're having a good time over there now. Any news on the Rusty Lagonda? No. Basically, it was like a huge project to electrify it and do some other stuff to it as well. And the company is, yeah, just sort of ran out of puff with the project. I think they're looking for a bit more money to put into it at the moment. Do you know, I've jumped into the back of a conversation. How many AX GT engines do you want? I'll take a couple. Hi, Nigel. Merry Kirihamate to you and your Wahonu from New Zealand. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'd like to see me get a rear engine car, an NSC 1000 or a Renault Dauphine. Yeah, that'd be quite fun. Or a Volkswagen of some kind. That'd be pretty cool. BBS alloys for the Mazda? Too obvious. Commodore, happy Christmas to you. Oh, another New Zealander. So we've got a lot of Antipodean people. Do I have any car-related New Year resolutions? No, I try and steer clear from that kind of thing because any kind of promise I make car-wise, it's not going to happen. If I promise I'm going to fix everything, nothing will get done. I would say I'm not going to buy any, but we both know it's not going to happen. Cars with JC. How am I getting on with the new Mercedes Auto? Lovely car, but I know I don't like autos. You know, I like everything apart from the gearbox. The car itself, it's a W205 estate, and it's really, 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 really good. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Who's that? Sorry. Living with a Classic, 129 Swedish krona. So thank you very much indeed. Happy Christmas to you too. From snowy Christmas, of course. We're very snowy where you are right now. A super chat, that's the phrase I'm looking for. Yeah, so I was going to say, yeah, the car is fantastic. The technology is really good and works so well. It's got the screen in the middle is not a touch screen, so you do everything off sort of controls on the dashboard. Compared to the sat nav and the radio and everything, it's so much easier to use than Mrs. Furious's Mini. The steering's a nice weight. The acceleration is good. The brakes are sharp. It's four-wheel drive, so you get real sort of feeling of confidence and control with it. The styling looks good. Even like when you unlock it, there's a little kind of fancy thing with the LED lights. Oh, the LED lights, when they're on auto, they do like a thing where they move and make patches of light around the. Oh, they're brilliant. But the automatic is still that thing where it just you floor it and it takes a moment for it to think and then go, and then it's never quite in the right. It's just boring. I don't like it. If I could manual swap that car, it'd be perfect. But because it's the all-wheel drive version, I don't think there's an adapter or a thing to make it happen. Anyway, back to the thing. When's 420 returning? No idea. The Quentin the convertible took about 6 months to get painted up there, but they did a lovely job on it, so I'm happy to wait. This is Porsche 356A. Hi, Matt from Sydney, just working on my Citroen AX GT. When will I get a Citroen? That's a really good question. I've always going to say I've never owned a Citroen, but I had a Saxo really briefly. Years ago, we had I had an Alpha 156. My wife had an Alpha 147. The clutch went, and our usual Alpha mechanic people were all away, so we took it to a place down the road, which doesn't exist anymore. And they sat on the car for about 6 weeks because they got stuck on it, and we wound up just buying. Back in the days when Auto Trader was a paper magazine, just bought it on the Thursday morning, went in and found the cheapest car in the under £1,000 section, which was a 600 quid Saxo or something. And it's a lovely little green Saxo, perfect mechanically, but dented in every panel. Belonged to a Polish guy who was going back home to Poland, and he'd mechanically looked after it perfectly. And it had the little, what do you call it? The keyboard immobilizer. That thing drove brilliantly. Sold it on to a friend a little bit later on, and yeah, that's the only Citroen I've ever owned. But yeah, would actually quite like another one because I've never done one. Oh, another super chat. Noah, thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate it. Will I be at will there be a motorist meet next year? Hoping to bring Defender and a Friends 240. Yeah, do you know what? I suspect there probably will be. I've not sorted out dates and things, but we're probably going to change the way things are organised. Yeah, there will almost certainly, yes. They're going to have a weekend somewhere, but we're going to try and sort it out because I need to go. I get back to Gilks again because they're really nice up there. And back to the place in Horsham we went to before, and there's a few other places I'd like to try a little meet as well. But I want to try doing something a bit different with the way we, rather than just having it as an open. Here's a date. Hope some people turn up. Try like a booking system. Make things happen that way. But yeah, that's all very much up in the air, and I've no idea how to do that. So we'll figure that out. Daniel, happy Christmas to you all as well. Happy Christmas, Commodore. Did I hear about the wheeler dealer Mark Brewer missing Mark 1 Ford Fiesta? Was it been nicked or something? No, I didn't actually. Happy Christmas, Vic man. I should get a decent set of leather seats for the Volvo. Yeah, but the blue fabric is so comfy. I do actually need to go and sort out the heated seats because both the heated seats are broken on that now. Gary, happy Christmas. Hooked on classics. So, what do my neighbours think of all the cars? They're fine with it because, yeah, they're just nice people, and I try not to take the mick too much. How's the yellow Mercedes W123 going that my friend Barry's got? Do you know, I've not asked him about that in a little while. We stuck a new set of Falcon tyres on it. He's looking, I think he was looking at getting a complete roof panel for it because the leaky, rusty sunroof. I think he found a complete non-sunroof roof, and he was looking at buying that and getting someone to weld it in for him. So that'd probably be quite nice if he did that. That'd solve all the leaky problems. Yep, the Furious Mondeo is for sale. Davey, drop me an email later on. I'll try and find you a link to the advert for it, or I'll put you in touch with the seller if you're seriously interested. Scrapyard's gone in Belgium. Yeah, I think because it's the risk factor of people hurting themselves, and also it's easier for them to make more profit. They can take off the high value parts, scrap the car quickly, fast turnaround. Yeah, precarness. Yes, cars precariously stacked 3 high. That's the good old days, the way it should be. What's my email? bodyintheboot@gmail.com. What car would you get for Furious Junior's first car? Well, he would really like to have the Rover Coupe, the Tomcat, as his first car. However, he very sensibly said most people tend to crash their first car, so I'd like something cheap to practice in a bit, and then I'll drive it. So that's very, very wise. Has the noise on the Freelander stopped? No, we're just living with it now. That's not getting any worse or better or going away. So how far ahead have I on perspective point of videos, says Sven? I'm halfway through filming the video that will come out tomorrow or Sunday, depending how long it takes me to film it. And that's basically how far ahead I am with anything. This is why I never do preview videos for channel members and stuff, because they're very rarely filmed ahead of time. I've run out of reviews. I've got a couple of reviews to film next week because at this point we've used everything up. This autumn has been so wet and miserable. We've lost a lot of filming days for that kind of stuff. So every year I say, this year I'm going to go out and during the summertime I'm going to film loads of extra reviews. I've got a great big stockpile, and it never quite happens because stuff happens. Because I also do that photography work, because YouTube, it's fantastic, and I dedicate an awful lot of time to it, but it doesn't pay as much as real work. So I have to do real work as well, and that means that YouTube stuff kind of, yeah, sometimes falls to the wayside when I'd much rather be doing it. Right. Scrapyard, just not league. Is that a new member? Oi! Uni Iris, welcome new Furious driver. Don't forget your discount code for the Furious store and plenty of little extra weekly updates. Neil, have I ever owned a car that's had a huge amount of owners? Just bought a Pontiac Firebird with 18 previous owners. I think you, first of all, very cool. Second of all, not quite that many. My Mini R50, the Y-Reg pre-production one, that had about 14 owners, I think, or 13 owners, because that belonged to like the farming community up in the Cambridge Fens, where people sort of were coming across for the season of whatever, picking or planting or whatever, working a season in Cambridge and then going back home to wherever they lived. and each year they'd sell it on to the next people. As they went home, they'd sell it on to the next people coming in, so it had loads of owners through that. Luckily, it seems they changed the oil on it quite a lot because the engine's really good. But 18 owners, wow. Do people really hate that car? Okay, I've just got the back end of a conversation I wish I'd seen more of. This is true. The original patent for the invention of the fire hydrant was lost in a fire. I love that kind of irony. Get a Lada Reaver and engine swap it for a Honda Civic Type R. That would be quite cool. I've often quite fancied a Lada Reaver or Neva. Neva, yeah, sorry, the four-wheel drive. I think they're quite cool, even though they are unbelievably utilitarian and a little bit rubbish. But the thing with the whole sort of Russia-Ukraine thing, it's made Ladas a little bit, yeah, you kind of don't want to go there at the moment because people don't like them. Maybe it's a good time to buy one though, just stash it away. Danielle, yeah, love the P6 poster behind me. Yeah, original, well not for us, a reprint of an original Rover advert from the day. Happy Christmas from the Czech Republic. There's a second Czech Republic person I think we've had in this live chat tonight. That's quite cool, isn't it? Yes, Daniel is the mad Italian with two P6s. Not mad with two P6s, very sensible with two P6s. Partly because they're fantastic, partly because when one's broken you can drive the other one. Oh, this is sitting on my desk just here. Been doing a bit of pre-Christmas shopping to myself. This is the P6 on the race trailer thing because I wanted that one, couldn't find it, went looking for that, found that instead, then went back and found that. I kind of regret not finding the Alpha 155 one as well. Well, I did find it, but you know, it's more money, isn't it? Once I fix up the Mini, I'll be able to retire. Yeah, they are not cheap cars anymore, are they? Oh yeah, so this is the Mike Brewer wheeler dealers had the Mark 1 Fiesta stolen. Wow, no, I didn't hear about that. A bit like the Roadkill rotary Mazda. What was that one called? It was the Mazda Repo, but they put the V8 in the back. I can't remember what they called that one, but yeah, that was stolen from a trailer outside a motel when they were on a long shoot. Friend near me has just acquired a Fiat Super Mia Fiori. What do I think of them? They're fantastic, and they blow an Escort or anything from Vauxhall back in the day to a cocked hat. You know, twin cam engine, gearbox, the suspension. That's just great, really, really good. Lucky neighbour or friend. Steve says, would like to see me get a place where I could fit a lift. That would be so much better. Yeah, me too. I had thought about getting a lift or trying to work out how to get a lift into the barn, the current barn, but the only place really high enough is like the entrance hall, but you need the full size of that. So this is like a double width and extra long one, so you could drive through the legs of it when you were kind of coming and going, which is a little bit dodgy. Wouldn't really work. So I'm going back. Sell the Crown Vic? No. Mine's a 96 110 Defender with a standard rusty chassis. Yeah, they haven't left the factory that way. Would I ever get an Invacar like Hubnut? Probably not, because of two reasons. Partly because, well, he's got one, so in terms of content, not much point because he's got one. Everyone will say just copy him. Secondly, it's terrifying. There are other terrifying, terrible cars to own. Fancy a VW Up GTI? Yeah, they're supposed to be really good fun actually, but yeah. I'd love to see me get a classic Land Rover. Yeah, that'd be really good actually. I've always wanted a classic Land Rover. Have I ever driven an Uno? No, it's another car that I've been in but never driven. I ought to really sort of go and talk to the Fiat Owners Club people and sort that out. Yeah, cars with JC. It is always hard to decide what to sell because all the cars are really good, and yeah, is any of them be really hard to replace? Sell the Rover 420. Well, I'll wait and see when it comes back. I kind of forgot about that car almost. Um, Parkness need to get his finger out on the Celica. Toy Friend Motorstone does die-cast cars. Oh, okay, yeah, is that down in Lockmeadow? Used to be, anyway. Ah, Kevin Craven, welcome, new Furious driver. Welcome aboard. Geo, happy holidays to you too. Is a Volvo 940 a manual turbo a good investment? Alex, yes it is. Volvos of that era, that's boxy era, are going up in value all the time. Interest in them is stronger than ever. And if you can find a good one, yeah, and pay a decent price for it, you're definitely onto a winner there. Emily Bishop's Finger Perry. Hi Matt, enjoy watching the videos. Have a Rover 800 Vitesse fastback as a daily driver for 20 years. Oh, fantastic. Wife also got a Rover, or a 35S, which is a work in progress. Oh, that's a great combination, a great pair of cars. Happy Christmas to you. Hope you have them on the road all next year. Are my teeth real? Apart from those, no, those two, because they are not crowned. The other one implanted because I had no second teeth come through. Yeah. Otherwise, yes. Just bought myself, Sveno, just bought myself a 93 MX-5 as a Christmas present. That is the best Christmas present money can buy. Huh. No, it says, is there going to be a motorist meet this next year? My window winder won't fall off this time. That's a promise I'm not sure you can make. Where are we? Max Rider, evening to you too. Glad you're here. How's the carport cover doing? As I said earlier, I did buy some corrugated undulin, which is like a bitumen stuff with a nice colour in it. Started fitting it, but the wind has become so strong it'd just be hang gliding if I tried to lift any more panels up there at the moment. Maybe sell the Mercedes W123 and 420 Tourer when finished welding and painting. It's possible. Maybe sell the 200 VI because that's equally as rare as the 420 Tourer, and the Tourer is, I don't know, a little bit. I don't know. I've not got any other classic estates, so I've got 3 classic high hatches. It's a difficult decision, and I've never driven the W123. I might love it, I might hate it. Who knows? Ah, super chat from Uni Iris. Thank you very much indeed. Because of you and your videos, I bought myself a Rover 75 today. Oh, pre-project drive as well. Brilliant. I'm very happy with it. Thank you for the good tasting card. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. That'll be a Cowley built one, perhaps. Has it got the black sills for Cowley? Richard says, love to have loads of Hayes workshop manuals. Yeah, you never know what you're going to be buying. Buonasera, Eduardo. Hey, buon Natale to everyone from Italy. Happy Christmas to all of Italy as well. Hopefully going to be maybe having a road trip over there again this year. I do love an Italian road trip. But when I bought my Alfa 159, one of the first things I did with it was drive it down to Lake Garda. So I've scrolled back and I've got to scroll down again. Happy Christmas to various people. If you said Happy Christmas back. Nice Christmas jumper, yes. Name the film. Rumours are I have a Volvo 740. What could be more estatey? Well, except mine isn't the estate, it's the saloon. It doesn't even have fold down seats. It's actually not that practical. Oh, yeah, black sills and a real dark wood interior. Oh, beautiful. And leather seats. Oh, very nice. Yep, Die Hard. Yep, this is the Die Hard jumper. Oh, Vic Man is going to send the Rover magazine after New Year. Less chance of going missing in the post. Yeah, post is going a bit slowish. Dylan says, would I buy a 1930s to 40s car? Yes, absolutely. This has been my sort of ambition all year, and my son is definitely kind of on board with this. I really want a 30s car. I love driving those kind of things. I want to join the VSCC and do a bit of time trialing and that kind of stuff with it. Austin 7 is the obvious choice, but they are quite expensive because they're the obvious choice. But there's a lot of really, really nice 30s. I do like the 1930s style. The 1940 ones are perhaps a little bit more practical, but yeah, there's just lots of them, and I really like them. A car dealer friend saw on Facebook yesterday posted a little green Austin 7 saloon. I think he wanted about 4,900 for it, which is more money than I've got kicking around at the moment. But did go and show Furious Steering and say, what do you think of that? He said, yes, get it. I said, yeah, what are you going to sell though? Said, I don't want to sell anything. So maybe if I go and part exchange like 3 cars for it. Uh, Kevin, that's it. I've become a member. Yes, you've got the logo next to you. So I can go to the pub now. Catch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Excellent. Email sent. Classic gin. I'll check it later on. What's the drink? This is Winter Warmer Ale. I forget the brewery, but it's from Sainsbury's. It's really nice. It's very kind of fruity. Quite nice. That's an acceptable jumper, says Black Lines. Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, I've seen the Poundland jumpers as well, and little Aldi jumpers as well, just in the big sort of yellow and blue, just their logo. It's not Christmas, is it? Rimmers says Frozen. Is this a question answer about movie trivia? Dinosaur Dad, I bought a Mark 1 Uno for £100 back in the day. Wow, that's the day. That's back when you could get some absolute bargains. Rumor says you can get don't need a full height lift. You can get a quick jack, which moves out of the way. Yeah, one thing I was actually looking at was there's kind of like a trolley, like a pump trolley forklift thing, which has got a lift on it. It's about £2,500. It's not bad actually. But I thought they did finance, but they don't. If they did finance, I'd have bought it. Edward, thank you very much indeed. Super chat, really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, super sticker. Ooh, okay. Little smiley man going, wow. Oh, got 90 likes. Hang on, yep. Tap that button, folks. 90 likes, 180 watches. Yes. Wow, gosh. Thank you, Retro Matt. Don't forget to say hit the like button. Yeah, this Mark Smith says this is. I'm jumping in the back of another conversation by going the wrong way. Kias and Hyundais being stolen in the hundreds in the States. See, there's some weird thing with the immobilizers, and I don't know if it's an American thing, because I haven't really heard about it here in the UK so much. But yeah, there's some little loophole. But like the Alpha Giulia, there's a problem with those, which is a little really easy thing that the thieves all seem to know about, and you can bypass the immobilizer in like 2 seconds and drive away with the car. I won't repeat what it is obviously right now. Jason got up at 4:15. Oh, have a great Christmas. Enjoy your work tomorrow. Rumour says I might buy a Citroen C4 Grand Picasso from 2008 with 11 owners, excluding the dealers. That's quite a number for a 2011 or 2008. But I think quite good cars though. Word of caution about Lada Nivas, they rot like crazy. Well, it'd fit in perfectly around here then, wouldn't it? Yeah, Lada Niva Cossack. Wouldn't want to take one for a long drive, but they are great fun. I think as long as you're aware of the limitations and the fact it's going to be as uncomfortable as riding on a donkey with no suspension. Yeah, and don't expect to be comfortable on the motorway. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Stephen Parry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral. That's quite a long name. We often sort of mumble about people with anonymous usernames complaining about stuff in the comments. This is the most specific username I've come across. If you could get any two cars on the fleet, which would you pick? And could you buy in 2 years' time? Which would you buy back? Ooh, good question. The Tomcat. I wouldn't part with the Tomcat because that's really nice car, very rare and fun. I've had that for a long time. And P6, so I'd never part with that one. If I did part with it, I would try and get it back again. The white P6. Jag XJ40 Aussie spec. Did I film that in the Isle of Wight? No. That was, where was that? That was up in Essex. Oh, Joe Cox. Someone saying Joe Cox has highlighted the live stream. I've not seen Joe's comments. Any chance of Miss Furious getting stuck into rust removal like Miss Hubnut? I think that's very slim to zero chance indeed. Might get her involved in a road test or something, or get to clean her own car. But yeah, rust removal I think it's not going to happen. The drink is called Winter Warmer Ale. It's really nice actually. Oh, new member again. Dinosaur Dad. Oh, hello. Thank you. Well, not hello because you're in already. But yeah, thank you for joining. Used to get VW bugs for the kids' first cars. Yeah, yeah. Once upon a time they were dirt cheap. Not anymore. As I approach 100,000 subs, do I have any plans to expand or change direction? Um, Expand obviously, but the level of this and the kind of the income that the channel makes, I would love to have an editor or a videographer to help me out, but there's not enough money coming in from the 100,000 subscribers to fund that. It'd be great if I could do that because it'd make life so much quicker and easier. And because yeah, I'm the person doing the research, then filming it, and then standing in front of the camera, then editing it, and then doing the social media, and yeah, it takes all the time of the day. It'd be great to have another person to help out. In terms of other directions, yeah, get the builds done, maybe get some bigger builds. I don't really want to go too far from what's made the channel popular because look at Hoovy, he's got millions of subscribers, but people always complain when he's bought himself another supercar, but people want to see Buicks and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of keeping the same direction, but maybe sort of make it some bigger projects. Maybe if the channel grows and sort of brings in more cash per video, then we can sort of do some bigger projects that need sort of more professional help and get the professional help done more quickly and easily. Happy Christmas from Kevin. I was trying to read this from Lagatha, the Moonstone Green 2000 Rover 75, and you, but mostly from the Rover. Oops. Favorite TV program? Spaced, the comedy from 2000. But I did watch Boat Story the other day. That was brutal but brilliant. Stipulite says just searching get gearbox remaps for faster changes in the C250 Bluetech 4MATIC 204 BHP 2014 Mercedes said you can, but it's all linked to the engine, and there's a bit of sort of smoke and mirrors, and not 100% accurate that they're making any changes because it's actually a self-learning gearbox. Knight Rider or Grand Tour? That's a odd combination. Well, one of that. Man who says he just bought an MX-5, so he doesn't like the MGB because it's ubiquitous. I didn't say I didn't like it because it's ubiquitous. I say maybe people don't like it because it's everywhere. And people buying classics often want to buy something that stands out. And if it's too obvious. Would I race the Rover P6 V8? Don't know. Maybe once it's got a manual gearbox in it. I don't think the auto would do any favours. Be interesting to see what it's like down the drag strip though. Take your stand to pod. That'd be quite fun. That would definitely explode the gearbox though. The old Borg Warner is terrible in every respect. Maserati, yes, that was the roadkill car that got stolen off a trailer, same as the Really Dealers one did. The Maserati. Hooked on classics. I desperately need a workspace for my Cortina. I haven't welded it in 3 years. Hopefully it's not too bad then. So Simone, I guess, is looking for a car, but I missed her comment. I assume it's Simone her. Don't know. Sorry. Oh, Greg. I'm missing comments left, right, and centre because I'm scrolling up and down, and then things are popping up, and I'm not seeing them. What did you say, Greg? Bear with, folks. Bear with. Lancia. So I'm going to say it properly. Lancia Tema 832. Yes, 100% yes. I've sat in one that was for sale, and it was absolutely lovely. And the noise it made was spectacular. I mean, the running costs would be ruinous, and it would be just awful in many respects with it braking things. But it's such a lovely car to be in, and the noise. Oh, it's just the noise, yeah. Sell the Alfa Volvo Punto 420/75, one of the P6s, and buy something really special. They're not really special cars. Is everyone wants them, and they're just boring because everyone wants them. I prefer to have weird stuff that no one else wants. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Oh, crikey. I'm scrolling off the bottom of the comments now. Marcus Hayes' channel is Mark 1 S to the Escort and Maud the Mark 2 Maud or Escort. I've not seen that channel, so I don't know. I quite like a Mark 2 Escort. Ah, Daz Strap, hello. I've not got any more specific socials arranged for 2024 yet, Darren, but we are going to try and sort some stuff that come with the usual suspects locations as well. Yeah, Signum XJ40 to the March the 9th. Well, maybe some people on here can give you some guidance on that one because you're still undecided. Harry Giles, hello. Mark 3 Granadas were ugly, no style at all. We're talking the bog eye one, you know, weird looking things. Do I think I'll ever enjoy welding? No. It's just something I need to get through to get done. Michael, got a 1989 Toyota Hilux, needs quite a bit of fixing up. Is it worth fixing or just selling as is? Depends what you want from it. Are you purely selling it or fixing it to sell, or do you want to have it as a car that you want to enjoy? And if you're going to be fixing it up, can you do enough of the stuff yourself to make it economically viable? That's always what you've got to look at. Is it weigh up whether it can be cost effective or not? If you can do the work yourself and you don't mind doing it, then definitely fix it, in both in terms of keeping it to enjoy and better profit. But if it's going to cost you a bunch to get it done because you have to use specialists, then probably best get shot as you are and cut your losses. Any watch Tasty Classics? No, I've not seen that one, so I need to have a look at that. Do I like the Saab Sonic? Yeah, weird looking thing, but kind of fun. I would quite like one of those. Oh, David says, Darren, take the Signum. Any experience with Triumph Vitesses? I've broken down in a Triumph Spitfire 6, which is a Spitfire with a Vitesse engine in France, but someone else's car, and that was a bit of a nightmare. But no, they've got a lovely engine. Scorpios were incredibly comfy, all the kind of puffy ruched leather. And they do feel kind of special and fun, which is quite nice. Oh, Hartley here, thank you very much indeed. Super chat, very much appreciated. Drink to that. Need a road trip like I did with the Volvo or a cheap car challenge. I know. I want to do some more road trips because that's something I absolutely love doing. And when we did the trip down to Le Mans Classic, the plan with that had been to take the Crown Victoria. And we actually had it. The Crown Victoria was booked for the ferry crossing. Unfortunately, the MOT fail happened in between booking the ferry and leaving. So we took the Mercedes, and so the road trip was not filmed because just climbing in a car and driving there and arriving there with no fuss at all. It's really boring TV. But yeah, definitely want to do some more road trips because I just love being out on the road in Europe or somewhere, just enjoying the car and the countryside. Do I watch Alex Assets? Yes. Yeah, no, I don't get to watch as many YouTube things as I want because I'm normally sort of editing stuff. But yes, I do. Actually knew her before she was a YouTube person because of Rover P6s. I really want either an Audi A1 or a Saab 9.3 convertible. Quite different cars, but yeah, both quite likeable in their own way. I personally would like an Audi A1 more, just because they're just a bit weird, that tiny aluminium thing. Yeah, really quite cool. I'm going backwards again, so catching this tail end of conversations. Toby, brought up on Dad's Leica range finders, so second nature. Gosh, you are rather lucky to get Dad let you to use his Leicas. Pardon me. Neil, just bought myself another Mark II Super Project car, Mark to drive when the build's finished. A Barry Sheen race car, yeah. You're going to be quite busy, aren't you, Neil? Because you've got that, and you've got the Firebird to play with. You've got a busy winter up ahead of you. Harry says, interested in renting out a unit myself. What does it cost and how much? Any tips? It really costs are all over the place, so it's really hard to find. Really hard to find them, and you never know what you're going to be asked for money. Uh, I just went around lots of local farms until I found one that had space to rent, because some of them do rent out barn space as small units. It's quite common these days. So just go and ask for the farm manager, and ask nicely, basically. Don't turn up and do a handbrake turn in the yard. Ivor, thank you very much indeed. Will I get more done on the cars outside now? I can get more work done undercover. Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I could have done welding on the Crown Victoria in the sort of massive heat and the terrible rain this autumn and summer with that cover. Oh, I need to find Marcus Hayes. Okay. Time to fix the white P6, so I'm going to have a back-to-back road test. The thing is, the 2000 and the V8 were always quite different cars because the engine completely changes the character of them utterly. The V8, although it's more powerful, they feel more lazy. It is faster in a straight line, but the 2000, the 2-litre four-cylinders feel like they just corner a bit more nimbly, interestingly. Gaz on a trike. My old man bought a Scorpio to avoid another snap timing belt. The timing chain snapped instead. Gruffy. I've missed what car you're talking about. The estates could take a mid-sized piano regularly. I think it's Granada Scorpios. Harry, thank you for the videos. You're welcome. I know I've missed some comments here, so I'm just skimming back to try and find. the problem with keyboards on a Friday is they don't adjust for fingers under the influence. Always a problem. Please review a Focus ST170. You know, I'd love to just buy an ST170. I'd like a really early Focus and more though, an early ST170 because they are really, really, really good cars. Clark snubbed Michael Nutt's haircut. Coincidence? No, definitely not. Edward says, yeah, sounds like a full-time job on its own, talking about doing YouTubing. I don't know how I find time, to be honest, because I'm still having to sort of work a day job to kind of partly to finance the YouTube channel. So yeah, it's just basically, you don't sleep. 7 days a week and never sleep. That's the only way to do it. Spaced is brilliant. Spaced is one of the best TV shows ever. If you're not aware of Spaced, go and find it. I think it's on the All 4 streaming channel now. If not, I think it might be on Netflix. It's got Simon Pegg starring in it, directed by Edgar Wright. Both gone to sort of massive movie careers, but this is where they absolutely honed their craft. If you sort of look at the Cornetto trilogy, a lot of the cutaways and the camera tricks and things, they all kind of just, yeah, perfected them in the TV in Spaced. 2 seasons only. Yeah, not many of them, but everyone brilliant. Oh, sorry, I missed this early. Any chance of a very quick what kit is on the shelf behind me? Well, as all cameras that are going to be focused on the camera channel eventually, but this has, I can't remember if I've done a thing on this one already or not. This is my Chinon CX. This is the first proper camera I ever had, which was a hand-me-down from my granddad. This is, oops, an EOS 600, which is the camera I really wanted more than anything on the planet when they first came out. Finally bought them for 30 quid off eBay and got a nice 50mm lens for it. Really good camera. Did a video review of that one. Oops. That's a dash cam which I haven't got around to fitting yet. That is the Zeiss Icon, which I've not gotten around to. Well, I thought I did do a video on this one. Yep, that whole sort of shooting with a 100-year-old camera film. That is a Nikon F100, which I actually used for work when I was sort of started out in photography. This is my everyday work camera, currently loaded with a roll of FP4, and that is a 24-120 G lens. And this is where Nikon is so cool, because this camera is like nearly 20 years old, but the latest Nikon F stuff still works on it. There's a couple of F lenses behind that. What else we got? Oh, this is really cool actually. This is a Minolta Dynax 7000, and this is a video that's very soon going to be made in the new year. This is the first commercially available, it's quite dusty actually, the first commercially available built into the body autofocus SLR. Really very, very fun. I've got a 7000i as well, which is the one that replaced it, and just kind of fine-tuned it. The great thing with this kind of 35mm SLRs, film cameras, is that they're so cheap. This one, oops, this EOS, I think, well, it's 10 quid in a charity shop, and I think I paid 5 for it. So that wasn't a charity shop, it was just a junk shop. Yeah, that is the bulk of it. There's my granddad's old F801, another Minolta that I picked up on a charity shop as well, and a Praktica, I think, down there as well. Yeah, quite a few. Oh, hello. Got Mrs. Furious and a dog sticking through the door.
Happy Christmas, everybody, with a dog.
This is Indiana Bones.
She's very excited for Christmas.
Yes, Indy is very happy to be here on camera. And away they go again. Happy Christmas, John in Gloucestershire. Sorry, I'm going back to the comments again. Back to the comments. They've walked in, crashed the channel, and walked away. Where are we with the comments again? Wrong hobby if I don't like welding. I know. It's just a thing they need to do. Oops. Oh, someone was just saying, I saw the comment and then it jumped out of the way. Tried to send a super chat, then it crashed out. So, oh, sorry about that. Davey, looking at one of Mark II Focus STs at the moment to replace one of the fleet. Yeah, that'd be quite a fun car. They really are very entertaining. Yeah, Hot Fuzz, great Cornetto trilogy movie. So many classic sort of comedy quotes in that film. David Mill had a Saab 9-3 convertible as a company car for a while. Wow, that's a generous company giving you a convertible. Yeah, Timothy Dalton wasn't Hot Fuzz, the supermarket owner. Hang on. Alpha 75 is an awesome car. Great engine, weird looking. Make my Mark 1 Mini into an Italian job replica. No, I've got to keep the original colour on that thing. Polo G40 or Golf G60. Any experiences? I've never had either of those actually. I do love the mad idea of just a small car, big engine. It's typical hot rod, isn't it? Will I take the W123 to the Nürburgring in 2024? And what time will it make around it? Well, remember Transit did it in 10 minutes. About half an hour. Yeah, on the theme of Rover P6s with V8s versus 4 cylinders, Jags with V12s are very different cars than the straight 6s. Yeah, absolutely. Oops. Oh, crikey, what's happened? So I'll keep clicking stuff trying to scroll through. And yeah. Have I thought about taking some 80s, 90s Mitsubishi models for a test drive? No, I haven't thought of them. I just haven't really found any. They're just not common at all anymore. Really unusual to find one. They're quite cool cars though. Davey, Scottish Car Enthusiasts TV. This is kind of an ironic comment. One day I need to do the NC500. It's literally, you're the closest person in this entire chat of 200 people to the NC500, and you're the only one who hasn't done it. I did it a couple of years ago, and it is really good. Do it just at April, end of April kind of time, because that's before the camper vans come out and slow it down, but when the weather's just good enough to enjoy it. Jason Hughes says, did someone gift me a membership? Possibly, because that's the thing you can do. Nigel Rudd did gift 5 memberships in the beginning of the video. That's something you can do, is you can sort of gift memberships to other people. So you can have I don't know how long you get actually, free entry into the membership club as a gift from someone else, which is a nice thing. David Milne got one from Dad Strap. I think Neil Nettlingham got one as well. Oh, that's cool. Darren's left us, but Darren, if you're watching this tomorrow, thank you for doing that. Because I missed that. Darren Daz Stapp gifted 5 Furious memberships. So thank you, Darren. Edward says, have I driven a Ford Sierra? Yes, quite a few of them actually. What reviews have we done? We did a 4x4 Estate, I think, from memory. But yeah, I've driven quite a lot of Sierras. They're really quite cool cars. Oh yeah, John Cole, Griffey, Neil all got memberships from Daz. And nothing as it seems. Alex is like a giggling teenager. Yeah. Thomas says take the MX-5 when it's done up to Scotland to try the NC500. I did the NC500. Oh god, how long ago was it? About 2015 or so, I think it was. I did it with Barry, who's got the W123, who I did the Volvo to Sweden trip with. We borrowed off the BMW press office an M2, and we did it for a BMW magazine. And yeah, the NC500 was absolutely fantastic. Vicman says, get the Audi A1, because someone was commenting about Audi versus a Saab for a buying question. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through because I've been up and down the comments and keep sort of jumping from one place to another. Bought a Saab 9.3 for 700 quid. Definitely worth it. Haven't had no issues yet. That's really good. They are good cars. The problem with the Saab 9.3s though is the bulkhead does go rusty and you can't tell anything about it until it's too late. So hopefully it doesn't become an issue for you. I know my friend Jason said 2 of them. I think they've both rusted out the bulkhead. Edwards asked the most impossible question ever. Favourite car I've done a test on? That's, whoa. Like picking your favourite child. So many. I'm going to go back into the content. That's like 4 years of reviews now, so I'm actually skimming through some of the. So many good ones. The Austin 7s were fantastic. That was really good. Because they are just so much fun. Then the Saab. Sorry, not Saab. The Volvo Amazon Estate with a hot cam in it. That was awesome. Maybe you really want one of those. Traction Avant, that was nice. Do you know what? I don't know. I can't pick. There's literally too many, and there are so many amazing cars. Which is why I've got a barn and a half full of cars, just because I can't choose. Do you know what? I'm going to say Ferrari 550 Maranello, because that thing was absolutely sublime. A bit obvious saying a Ferrari, but yeah, that was really, really nice. Apparently Saab 9.3 convertible was dirt cheap to insure. Quoted under 250 quid parked on the street. Wow. Psycho 63, oh, we're hour and 20 minutes in just joining, but no, thanks for coming along. Please put out all the videos and we will watch all of them. Thank you, I hope someone does. Edward doing a video on cameras alone. Well, there's a photography channel. If you can subscribe to that, I need to get the subs and the view count up to that so it's monetized, and I'll put more time into it. It's like a chicken and egg situation with that one. But yeah, definitely want to do more videos about the cameras specifically. But also I'll do a video on here about the cameras that we use for I use for filming Furious Driving. Connor A, insurance has doubled end of this year by 50%. Yeah, everyone's insurance has gone up a lot this year. Finding a good deal has become really, really hard. Cosmo JC, lovely collection of cameras. Yeah, I do like a nice camera. And most of those have got film in them, so go out on days out and take one. Jason Hughes, Timothy Dalton was the worst Bond ever. No, that was Sylvester McCoy. need to get new DSLR. Actually, now's a really good time to buy a DSLR because so many people are going mirrorless. There's a lot of cheap DSLR stuff on the market. There's a lot of bargains around really good cameras and not obsolete at all, just not the latest thing. No, I disagree with you. Daniel Craig, I thought was the best Bond since the first Bond. Have I ever been scammed buying a car? Not scammed exactly, but when I was trying to buy a Crown Victoria, there's one that was perfect. I really liked in California, and rang the guy and emailed the guy and logged a few conversations about the car itself, and said I wanted it and I would take it, but could I give him a deposit while I had someone like a car inspector? That's like a service you can have in America, and over here as well. Get someone to inspect the car just to make sure it's as described. He said yes, but don't need to send a deposit over, and he sold the car while it was being inspected. I just had to pay the inspector for his time. Obviously, he'd done the job, so that was gutting. But yeah, I suppose you could say I was actually scammed on the Crown Vic itself that I did buy because it turned out to be made of filler. These machines, I started off on an EOS. God, I really wanted an EOS, but when I finally got into that kind of level of camera, I went into the Minoltas. Hello, Mrs. Furious. She's left again now, though, by the time I'm reading this. Oops, I was jumped again. Oh, crikey. How to cut finger? It's getting better. All the thick layers of skin have flaked off, chunked off now, and there's like a tender new layer of skin at the bottom of a deep cut now. I haven't playing with the cars though, so. Can't wait till the P6B is up and running. Yeah, me too, actually. Davey, I know a Vauxhall chap has a Saab and a Caddy. Still not stalking. Little bit stalking. Can't remember what you decided. Are you getting the Punto bodywork done professionally? Yes, because it needs a little bit of welding. It's had a kind of patchwork inside the wheel arch. It's good enough to get to the MOT because it's past the last MOT like that. But it's also got bubbling rust on the wheel arch, and also someone very kindly drove into it the other day. Didn't damage the bodywork, but did damage the paint. So that whole rear corner needs welding and then painting. But yeah. Oh, JP, yes, I did get your email about the Austin 1300. Sorry, I've not had time to reply to anything lately. Been so busy, partly because of all the work on the cars, also because the laptop, the monitor broke on it, and I had about a week and a half of arguing with Apple about getting that changed, and then I had no computer for a week, and I was kind of borrowing Mrs. Furious's computer, and it turns out that a little i5 MacBook Air with only 16 gig of RAM is really quite painful to edit videos on, and so I spent a lot of time frustrated the last week or so. Ooh, Saab 9.3 gets fatigued in the bulkhead even if they're not rusty. That's good to know. Oh, my Saab 9.3 now has a split power steering hose and the arches keep getting rusty. Yeah, old car problems. 67 Tomcat. I'm guessing you might have a Rover. Been fun watching the Roadster updates. Yeah, that's a fun little car. Graham, nice to see you two at the NEC. Yeah, it was last month. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? God, it feels like ages ago. You can get digital drop-in replacement for the film cameras. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's a few of those sort of being created now. Oh, back, you're back, Darren. Hello. What do I think of the 1974 to 76 Cadillac Fleetwood Series 75 9-passenger sedan, 6.5 meters and 7.8 litre engine? They're crazy things, aren't they? Ridiculous machines. But before the age of the minivan, that was kind of the closest thing. Like hotels and things had that big Pontiacs and stuff that were turned into 9-seaters. Hotel Classics first found the channel. We did that with Laurie. Yeah, you know, that's a car I kind of wish I'd kept in a way. That was a really cool thing. I've not seen like one of them ever since then. And took in a road trips and challenges. Laurie's someone would like to do some more sort of challenges and road trips with as well because he's huge fun. Did I ever get to drive Hubnut's Multipler? I mean, he barely drove it himself. It was constantly broken. It's a car that I absolutely really do admire. I think they're brilliant. Those multiplers, just not his one. It was hilarious, but wrecked. Stumbled into the Charisma conversation. The Mitsubishi Charisma, the car with the least rizz of anything you've ever seen. Even at the time, it was kind of a joke they called it the Charisma because it was just so boring. My office is the same colour as Harry's dining room. I've worked on a 2007 Beetle convertible. The convertible specific bits are a pig to work on, yeah, can imagine. Hello Terry, happy Christmas to you. Have I road tested a Fiat Multipla? Another multiple question. No, I haven't. It's actually a car that's very much on my list. This year at the NEC Classic, Fiat Club did have a Multipla on their stand for the first time as well. They're definitely getting a better notice this time. Uni Iris, controversial opinion. The only VW Group cars I've ever liked are the new Beetle and the Mark 1 Octavia. Don't like anything else. Well, I really like the Leons actually. The like current / latest generation Leons. Maybe pre facelift. The kind of sharp creases and things, and the pointy lights and things. They're really nice actually. Very practical and fun car as it goes. What car does Mrs. Furious like on the fleet? She likes the Freelander and the MX-5 most. I thought she liked the Red Mini, but she's not. So, yeah, either way. My 22-year-old bought an '04 Volvo XC70 last week. He knows the original owner who picked it up from Gothenburg and drove it back to California. Drove it to California? Wow. Well, overland? Well, I'm guessing there's a boat involved. That sounds like a great trip. Hello, Sid. Hope I've had better luck than you have with the cars recently. Well, you've seen how much luck I've had with cars. There's always something broken. What's my other channel? There's two other channels. Furious Tea Break is a side channel to this where we do junk in the trunk and stuff now. And it's also called Clickbait. Or Matt Richardson's Clickbait for the cameras. Stuff like, yes, I think you told me your 7000 has gone sticky. This is the camera stuff again. Minolta. Yeah, and the LED's blacked out as well. Yeah, you did mention that. 700X manual. Yeah, they just go on forever. Hello to the dog. Yeah, Indiana Bones. The joke with that is because we call the dog Indiana. If you like, if you get that joke, you can be friends. David still got my first SLR and Olympus OM10. Oh, they were good. Park just ended up with two DSLRs, both Canon EOS's. Where are we? I'm being, because people type stuff while I'm in one place, and I sort of go back to that and keep going back up, and then I have to go all the way down to try and figure out where I am. My mic's gone funny. I don't know how long ago that comment was. Maybe the battery's going a bit flat. Henry Cavill should be the next Bond. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Is he too posh though? Because Bond was an orphan. He wasn't upper class. Henry Cavill's a bit too posh, a bit too polished. The Bug was the best Bond. Roger Moore and Sean Connery. Sean Connery. I think Sean Connery and Daniel Craig, but Daniel Craig I think edges Sean Connery even. Now the mic's come back to normal. Okay, yeah. What car channels do I watch? Loads actually. Oh crikey. I'm going to have to go into my own. Might get a new window. Hang on. And look at what I've watched recently. Look at my watch history. Aging Wheels. Adam Savage, not cars, but Adam Savage's test is quite entertaining. Sometimes Auto Alex, Sam Crack, obviously Hubnut, and I Drive a Classic. Hoovy. I've watched John Coupland's new Rover 75. Simpsons Classics with his Mini, one of the smaller channels. Yeah, Sarah and Tune, she's good. LR Time are really good in Germany. They're very entertaining. Oh my god, Rich Rebuilds. So I'm just looking back at stuff I've watched in the last couple of days, basically. Oh, Legit Streetcars. Yeah, he's very, very good. Nothing terribly controversial. I've forgotten half the channels I watch. I've not really watched Vice Script Garage much lately because he sort of does like 2-hour videos now, and I generally haven't got time to sit down and watch that kind of commitment. Russ Abbott was the best one, yeah. Yeah, Adrian was just fantastic. He's very, very funny. Don't watch Classic Mini Garage. Classic Mini who? Best car movie, The Blues Brothers, yeah. Or Ronin. Dave's Garage, okay, yeah. Bullet, yeah. No idea where we are chat-wise. We're an hour and a half into it, and I'm flagging. I might wind up in a little while. Did I have a Montego? We have had two. Fond memories of them. No, I've never owned a Montego. Oh, thank you, Super Chat. Who is that from? Rod, thank you much indeed. Been loving the channel. I was curious, what was my first car? Very briefly had a Mark II Escort, but then the Rover 2000 after just such a short time that I don't even mention the Ford. I've owned the Rover 2000 since 1992. Happy holidays, Mirage, as well. Sean Connery used to be a milkman in Edinburgh before he was Bond. Oh, R.I.P. Lewis Collins. Has he gone? Oh, mic is fine again, so it's one of the earbuds running out. Let me know if it does die, and we'll have to kind of call it a night. I do have the other ones, but I'm not sure how to go and Bluetooth it when we're mid-live stream. I'd have to leave. What was a favourite car I've bought this year? Oh, gosh. Well, I'm probably going to say either the MX-5 or the 75, but I think maybe the MX-5 edges it just because it's more fun. The Rover 75 is a beautiful thing to look at and to sit in, but it's not the most entertaining car to drive, whereas the MX-5 is just so much fun. So I think it's going to edge it. Oh, Dave, got a 7000i Dynex somewhere. Oh, thank you. Yeah, bung it in post if you do come across it. Happy Christmas, Ken. Oh, Iris just up to Furious T-Brake. No idea about that one. Yeah, it's not a huge amount on T-Brakes. I never get time to do as much stuff on there as I can. But yeah, just stuff that is not going to kind of fit properly on here because the algorithm punishes you if you have a low-performing video. So the things that I know aren't going to do brilliantly, like the junk in the trunk, is popular with the people who like it, but it gets poor views overall. Yeah, so stick it on there. It doesn't kind of harm the overall ratings. It's somewhere to put other just random stuff like waffling about building the carport, that kind of thing. Am I planning anything for the 100,000 subs? Psycho says. No, no one's asked that actually. There is a couple of vehicles I would quite like to drive, and I need to try and sort out getting hold of one of them. Just something a bit different, really. Just try and drive something unusual. It's just whether or not I can get hold of one in time and get an owner to let me go and play with it. Late 1990s Megane Scenic with 2 litre must be getting interesting now. Would I consider one? I hadn't even thought of a Megane Scenic. I drove a Megane Coupe with a 2 litre in it and really quite enjoyed that, and it was quite nice. It's, I was comparing it to the Rover Coupe, and I thought it was a little bit more rounded, a bit more sort of softer and more comfortable. But then having driven the 200 VI, it kind of compares very similarly to that. But yeah, the Scenic, I hadn't even thought of that. Oh, excuse me. How do they rate the live streams? They rate them separately, because it comes under a separate category. Because you got in the back end of YouTube that sort of we see as the interface end, you've got your main videos and you've got shorts and you've got lives as separate deals. So yeah, I don't think the lives have any effect on the overall algorithm. I don't think, but they don't tell us any of the algorithm information. So kind of guessing. Are we ready for Christmas? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just sort of Furious Junior presents, really. Rover 220 Tomcat or Vauxhall Calibra? Well, I've got a 220 Tomcat, so I have to go with that one, really, don't I? Oh, another quick super chat from Uni. Do I watch Car SOS? I haven't watched the most recent ones. I do quite enjoy watching those shows, but yeah, it's just finding time to watch them. Will I tell Mrs. Furious how much I'm going to spend on the mini Resto? Do I even have to answer that? Mirage says get the Calibra, obviously, over the Rover 220. Mark II's got a really nice car. I've been thinking if I could restore a current car by a vintage BMW. Yeah, Mark II's are fun. They got silly money though for what was a very basic car though. Gosh, Renault 19 5-spokes on a Beetle. I'm amazed they fit. Got a Volvo V40. What do I think of them? They're quite nice actually. I did the which one did I do recently? Yes. Hang on, I'm just gonna. What did I drive recently? I can't remember which car I drove the other day. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back. It was an S40, not a V40. No, I quite liked it. It was quite a nicely laid out car. The lighter interior works better. Do I miss my Hyundai Coupe? Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's quite a fun, weird car. It's going to need more welding and more paint at some point, but any upcoming on the 200 VI? It's tucked away in the barn at the minute because it's winter time, but it does need to be welded properly because I just really kind of tack welded in the repair panel because it wouldn't work properly in the brain. But yeah, I need to go and sort that out. Then we do need to go and sort out the boinked in side of it. Buy an Invercar. No, I think if I went anywhere near an Invercar, people would just say I'm copying in it Hubnut. Belzy, all good, how are you? Jimmy Quinn's good old Pinky. Pinky in the brain. Happy Christmas, Jay. Yeah, junk in the trunk is fun. Obviously, it's dependent on the people sending stuff in to make it work, but the stuff that does come in is generally really, really good. Dinosaur Dad, have a great day, and hopefully speak to you again soon. Happy Christmas. MX-5, yeah, was inspired by all the classic British sports cars. Lotus, Elan, I think, was the main one that inspired it. Yes, I remember when serious crime squad were all driving P6 V8s in the late 70s. Yeah, the police loved the P6 V8. Only thing that would outrun a Mark II Jag in the 60s. Tom Hardy would make an excellent Grange one. Yes, he actually really would. The right kind of grittiness to it. Everyone's saying hello to Simone, and we need to meet up and meet the fleet. And I missed whatever Simone said. So a lot of vice grip garage. Yeah, this terminology is brilliant. Right. Do you know what? I think as we're now 1 hour 40 minutes into this chat now, I might have to wind this up now. Oh, I have a Fiat Stilo Schumacher GP. Wow, that's a rare car. Failed MOT due to headlamp beam being out of whack. Wow. Oh no, can you not adjust that? I'll scrap a car just because the headlight's not pointing in the right direction. I'll find a decent local garage who can adjust it somehow. I know with my 145, the headlights wouldn't adjust back into spec, and Jamie at Go Italia basically just effectively broke the mechanism and manually pointed it in the right direction so it would go to an MOT. So now it's fixed in the correct point. You can't adjust anymore, but it's pointing the right way, so it'll pass. Happy Christmas, Neil. Yeah, definitely see you soon. Cars with JC, thank you. Happy Christmas to you too as well. Happy Christmas, Dippolite. Oh, Dave's a quick last question. If I EV'd one of my fleet, which would it be? Probably the W123, because the engine in that is not particularly inspiring, not quite the car's character, and it's automatic already, so that would be a good candidate for that. Cars with JC, yes, I did get the tool. The latest video doing the wing, you can see it in that. And I've not finished doing the other side suspension because I wound up spending the entire day sorting out rust prevention in the front corner on the other side. News with W123, been filming a video trying to get that one out of the garage today, but it's nowhere near finished that video, but that'll be coming over the Christmas period. How am I enjoying the Unis? Loving the Unis. I wish I could drive it some more because I'm stuck halfway through the suspension, but yeah, it's a fabulous little car. The Proton car you have showing on your that is running still. Yes, that is with the channel called iDriver Classic, and it's her everyday car now still. She's had about 15,000 or 20,000 miles in it in the short time that she's had it, but yeah, still driving it every single day. Right. Oh, okay, yeah, Jay. So it's back to the Fiat Schumacher. Yeah, not the motor. The white adjusters are just spinning. You can buy those little white adjusters on eBay, and then you can take out the old ones. Basically, yeah, you might have to be a bit violent and break them and to make them fit, but you can buy the adjusters just as a 3D printed plastic part, and then you can manually adjust them into the right position. MX-5, it's midway through and getting some max speeding rods, coilovers fitted at the moment. Yeah, basically, yeah, the wheel nut broke halfway through, so yeah, now we've got a replacement for that. We can carry on and fix to the other side because currently it's standard on one side, coilovers on the other. Parkness never met Steph, but passed her on the road a couple of times. Yeah, you can't miss her. No point to convert a classic car if you're not going to use it enough. Depends how much you use it, and if you live in the city, maybe. If you live in the city and you're allowed to drive an EV through the town and have to pay ULEZ or something annoying, then it can be worth it in that respect. But yeah, on the whole, yeah. What's a car I've regretted buying? Don't know if I've ever really regretted buying any cars. Every car's got a story. How's the Proton doing? Steph's still dailying it. Right, I'm going to say good night, everybody, and happy Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful Okay, well, I've got max speed rods on mine. That's good. They aren't too bad for 200 quid. Pay for them. Yeah, they're not bad price, are they? I might have got adjustable damping and apparently adjustable ride height. I've not managed to make it low enough yet though. So yes, I'm going to carry on. So I'm going to ignore the comments now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in. Thank you if you've done a super chat or a membership donation or joined as a member. Thank you very much indeed. Happy Christmas and have a wonderful New Year. There will be content coming out over the next week or so. So yeah, I'm not going to be gone completely. But yeah, have a great one and keep safe. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you very soon indeed. Right. I was going to try and end it on this computer, but I need to go on the iPad over there, which I've forgotten is doing its own thing. Right, so how do we end this? Are you sure you want to end streaming? Good night, everybody. Retro Car City gets Steve's machines. If I can see on screen now, Phil.